So without further ado, please join me in welcoming the Jazz Ensemble and Mr. Adam Wazenager. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And how about another round of applause for our soloist Joey Ignema and Zach Mueller. Welcome to the 2019 Winter Band, Choir, and Orchestra Concert. My name is Adam Wazenager, and I'm the High School Jazz Ensemble Director. The piece we just performed doesn't really need much of an introduction, but when it was first produced, Charlie Brown Christmas, it was created very quickly, and it used child voice actors, and it also included a jazz soundtrack, which was very uncharacteristic of the time period. Because of all of those things, it was expected to be a huge flop and a disaster. Of course, we know today that it was a huge success, and it has been aired every single year since its first debut in 1965. I feel like I need to apologize for our next piece, White Christmas. If I knew it was gonna have such an effect on the weather tonight, I would have programmed Christmas Island or Mele Kalikimaka or something tropical. But our version tonight does feature Zach Young on the trumpet, and I'd also like to welcome to the stage our vocal soloist for the night, Miss Ariel Radinovic.
Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'd like to take a moment to thank the Board of School Directors, Dr. Lockett and his administrative team, the high school administration, Dr. Hartzell, and interim principal, Dr. Harrington, for all of their support of music. I'd also like to thank my talented and amazing and hardworking coworkers, Mrs. Carranza, Mrs. Tupper, Mrs. Ellick. Thank you so much for being you and making all of this happen. I'd also like to thank our administrative assistants and the custodial staff that help keep things running smoothly and looking great. And also to the students working behind the scenes tonight, so everything runs smoothly tonight. And of course, thank you, parents and families, for your support of music and for encouraging your children to be up here on stage tonight performing. Our last piece for you tonight is a very fun and energetic arrangement of a wintry classic, Jingle Bells, but it's performed in a very heavy swing style. Thank you so much for being here tonight. There's lots more music and great performances to come tonight, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is Big Noise from the North Pole.
Thank you to our jazz ensemble for a lively performance of holiday favorites. Next, the Grace Notes Treble Choir will perform 2 pieces for you. The first is a beautiful, descriptive piece called Breath of Winter. This song uses a haunting minor melody and eloquent text to describe what happens to the landscape when winter approaches. Our accompanist for this piece is Maxim Sherbatyuk. The second piece is the upbeat Santa Claus is Coming to Town, as has been performed by the Pointer Sisters and many other famous artists over the years. Interestingly, the song premiered in November of 1934 on Eddie Cantor's radio show and was an instant hit, long before the Rankin Bass animated program that we all know and love. Following the Grace Notes, we will hear our wonderful string orchestra. At this time, let's welcome to the stage the Grace Notes Treble Choir to perform these 2 pieces.
Soon the bird shall fly away. Soon the dark will steal the day. As the earth returns to gray on the breath of winter. See the vine leaves bow in fear. See the misty fog appear. Feel the icy chill draw near on the breath of winter. Autumn gives a final sigh. Smoky clouds across the sky. Now the snow begins to fly on the breath of winter. Hear a lonely bird on high, singing one last lullaby, ending as the day draws nigh on the breath of winter. Drifting snow rides on the breeze. Sunlight scatters through the trees. Knowing soon the days will freeze on the breath of winter. Now the snow begins to fly on the breath of You better watch out, you better not cry, better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and He knows when you're awake,
and He knows if you've been bad or good.
so you better be good for goodness sake.
You better be good for goodness sake.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Thank you and welcome to the orchestra's portion of this evening's performance. Our opening selection was richly orchestrated version of It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. This popular Christmas song was first recorded and released by Andy Williams in the 1960s. Recently, it has gained recognition in Ellen DeGeneres' theme song for her 12 Days of Christmas giveaways. We hope you didn't get too excited thinking that we'd be giving away TVs and $500 gift cards from Shutterfly. Instead, we'd be giving you away some more music.
In our next performance, it was composed in 1916 by a Ukraine composer, written with just 4 notes by the lyrics of a Ukraine folk song about the bounties of the season being blessed upon a family. These 4 notes can be recognized as Carol of the Bells, recorded by many artists and ensembles. In this exciting arrangement, Michael Hopkins, with a high dramatic music, can be recognized by the group of the Siberian Orchestra. This is Carol of the Bells.
For our next selection, we would like to invite the Vocal Point Ensemble and Mrs. Alec to join us on stage. Mrs. Alec approached Mrs. Tupper last spring with this beautiful piece, and we've been looking forward to performing it tonight as the first collaboration between the high school choir and orchestra. This gorgeous setting of Ecce Novum reflects the gentle wonder of the story of Christmas through the Latin text, which translates means, "Behold, a new joy, behold, a new wonder. A virgin who knew not a man bears a son. She knew not a man, but as the pear tree bears the pear, the flourishing papyrus brings the lily from the soil. See how nature changes her laws. A pure virgin bears the Son of God."
Hanukkah is sometimes referred to as the Festival of Light. Our next selection is a novelty piece that brings some lighthearted fun by blending traditional Hanukkah songs, Hanukkah O Hanukkah, and the dreidel song with the spicy habanera from Bizet's famous opera, Carmen. We hope you enjoy this twist on some well-known classics. Here's Hanukkah Habanera.
Our next piece to perform for you is Inverno, an arrangement by Todd Parrish, taking themes from the Winter Concerto composed by Antonio Vivaldi around 1716. Inverno is of the Baroque style, and it takes themes from a series of concertos known as the Four Seasons, a very famous work by one of the Baroque era's most famous composers. Baroque music is known for its dramatic, sudden, dynamic changes. As you listen, picture frozen landscapes running through wind and ice in the search of comfort in a warm fire. We hope you enjoy Inverno.
The final selection we have today is so popular, you've probably already heard this evening. A Charlie Brown Christmas was composed by Vince Guaraldi, the jazz god and renowned pianist, who scored it for the iconic TV holiday special that aired in 1965. The special was based around the iconic characters known as the Peanuts, created by Charles Schulz. The piece we will perform is a medley between three songs: Linus and Lucy, Christmas Time is Here, and O Tannenbaum. The range of emotions this song evokes is a tribute to the genius of not only the composer, but also the arranger. This song is sure to stir a memory, as it has been on the air for the last 54 years. So regardless of our age, everyone in this room will be able to enjoy this piece. So on behalf of the orchestra, we thank you for attending this evening, and we wish you all a wonderful holiday season.
much. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Jeannie Tupper, and I have the honor and privilege of being the orchestra director here at the high school, as well as at the middle school. And I just could not be more proud of where our orchestra students have grown in just a short time. From last year to this year, they've done such an outstanding job, and I cannot wait to share the future with them. Thank you to all of the staff, the faculty, the administration here at the high school who support all of them and all that they do, and all of the students tonight. We have lots more music for you this evening. We're going to carry on with the choral portion of the program as well as the band. So sit tight and enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great night.
Next, we welcome the Vocal Point tenors and basses to the stage. Thank you to our orchestra for sharing the beauty of the season with their music. We invite to the stage the tenors and basses of Vocal Point to perform something that we know as the New Year's song. Auld Lang Syne is a traditional folk song which is sung year-round in Scotland. The text is from a 1788 poem by Robert Burns. The words Auld Lang Syne mean days gone by. The tenors and basses will perform a barbershop arrangement of this song. Listen for the melody in the tenor two part.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet, for days of Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet, for days of Auld Lang Syne. Auld Lang Syne.
The Vocal Point sopranos and altos, in collaboration with the Grace Notes, will perform our next song. Sing a Song of Merry Christmas incorporates a holiday text with a round written by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Many texts have been used with this melody, partially because Mozart's original text in German was not for play company. Please enjoy our completely appropriate Sing a Song of Merry Christmas under the direction of Jenny Struth.
Sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. But carol away this holiday. But carol away this holiday. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. But carol away this holiday. But carol away this holiday. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. Oh, sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. Carol away this holiday. But carol away this holiday. Oh, sing a song of Merry Christmas. 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 Carol away this holiday. But carol away this holiday. Oh, sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing Noel. Oh, sing a song of Merry Christmas. Sing Noel. Let's carol away this holiday. Let's carol away this holiday. This is the time to sing Noel. This is the time to sing Noel, Noel, Noel. This is the time to sing a bright Noel. Sing a song of Merry Christmas. 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 Carol away this holiday. Let's carol away this holiday. So sing of Merry Christmas, a joyous song of Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Noel, Noel.
I have a cheat sheet, so thank you for coming out to our concert this evening. I was just thinking of a song a little while ago. Ave Maria. But you didn't hear. But you didn't come here to hear me sing. You came to hear your family sing. So I just thought a lot about Ave Maria, and over the centuries, hundreds and hundreds of songs have been written in honor of Mary from the Christmas story. And I'm sure everybody has a favorite. The one I sang was by Schubert, and the one that is my new favorite is by John Conahan. And I think it's one of the favorites of the Vocal Points as well. It's an absolutely stunningly gorgeous arrangement of Ave Maria. It goes into 8-part harmony. The harmonies are complex, and there's lots of dissonances, and then there's beautiful resolutions to those dissonances. So I hope that you will enjoy us singing the John Conahan Ave Maria. Following that, they will dance and sing to a completely different song, Here Comes Santa Claus. So please enjoy the Vocal Points.
See
all of his reindeer are pulling on the rein. I hear those bells are ringing and children singing, all is merry and bright. You better hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Do-ya-da-ba-doo-dut, 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 ba-da-doo-ba-ba-ba.
It's Santa!
Come Santa Claus, come Santa Claus, down Santa Claus Lane. He's got a bag that's full of toys for Santa girls again. We're gonna hear the sleigh bells jingle jangle. What a beautiful sight. So when you jump in bed, cover up your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Do-ya-da-da-ba-doo-dut, 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 ba-da-doo-ba-ba, ba-da-doo-ba. Merry Christmas, Buzz. Hinamato humanari, shebeta hingamyad. 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 Hinamato humanari, shebeta
Our previous song was Hina Matov, composed by Dr. Mark Boyle of Seton Hill University. The words mean, "Behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity." Dr. Boyle composed this piece in memory of those who lost their lives at the Tree of Life shooting, which took place last November. Those of you who attended last year's holiday concert donated an amazing $2,500 to the Tree of Life Synagogue. We thank you for your generosity and kindness as we continue to hope for an end to senseless violence. Our next piece is the first movement of a work by Antonio Vivaldi. Please enjoy Gloria.
Each year, Mrs. Alec asks what we would like to sing, and last year, we overwhelmingly requested our next song. Silent Night was written over 200 years ago for St. Nicola Church in Oberndorf, Austria. Franz Joseph Mohr wrote the words and music. Teacher Franz Gruber wrote the melody, to be sung with guitar because flooding had damaged the church organ. It was first sung on December 24th, 1818. Eventually, the church was destroyed by flooding, and now a Silent Night chapel stands in its place. We thank Ella Newhouse for playing the cello in our version of Silent Night.
As president of the concert choir, it is my privilege to invite the choir alumni to come forward and join us singing Carol of the Bells. For over 40 years, alumni have joined the students for the song at South Fayette, so come on up. Don't be shy. Carol of the Bells was composed in 1914 by Mykola Leontovich. Peter Wilhowsky composed the words. This song is built on a short motive of only 4 notes, which serves as an ostinato. It is amazing to consider how only 4 notes can hold an entire piece of music together.
Good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, Lord, Rivendell, Talladega, giving the ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding, 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 dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, Lord, Rivendell, Talladega, giving the ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding, 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 dong, ding, ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong.
Thank you to our alumni for joining us on stage. We would also like to thank our parents, teachers, high school staff, administrators, stage crew, custodians, and school board members for all of the support that they've given us so that we can make music tonight. Our final song is a French folk song which has Celtic stylings added to create a Celtic French carol. Miss Christina Cervelli will be playing the violin, and we'd like to thank Mr. Allegrucci for accompanying us. Following this, there will be a short intermission. There's more great music to come, including all of our musical department finale in the second half. Thank you.
He is born, the divine Christ child. Sing we all.
and welcome to the band's portion of the concert. We are so glad that you are here. We are going to start with two pieces by our percussion ensemble. The first one you will recognize is Treble from the Nutcracker Suite. So the instrumental directors must have all been on a similar wavelength this year, because you are now going to hear a piece that you may have heard a little bit a time or two before tonight. We are going to play Skating from A Charlie Brown Christmas. Good evening once again. Behind me is the concert band. We are excited to perform for you this evening. Our next piece is Candlelight Carol. Candlelight Carol was originally written by John Rutter. It's originally a choral piece. We've been really fortunate in the past several years that many of Rutter's choral arrangements have now been arranged for band, so we're able to take part in this beautiful music. John Rutter, an interesting fact about this piece, it has some roots here in Pittsburgh. The Assumption Church in Bellevue is the church, is the church that first commissioned John Rutter to arrange this, to write this piece. So it's kind of cool that we have a little bit of a Pittsburgh connection here with Candlelight Carol. We hope you enjoy it. concert band has one final number for you this evening before we switch over to wind ensemble. This piece is called Fireside Christmas, and it too has some roots in Pittsburgh. This is arranged by Sammy Nestico, and Sammy Nestico is a prolific composer, jazz arranger, and music educator right here from the Pittsburgh area. He graduated from Duquesne University with his bachelor's degree, and he's been composing music and writing music and traveling the world with his music for a very long time now. So we are excited to play Sammy Nestico's Fireside Christmas for you. It is a medley of some familiar holiday tunes in a jazz setting. We hope you enjoy it. Sorry, we're calling an audible there. I see that there's not enough seating for them to sit. So we're going to just move off into the wings while the wind ensemble takes the stage, and we'll be right back.
During our last home football game, Mrs. Carranza and I had a conversation about powder puff football, where I was told that I was not allowed to break my face or my hands. So obviously, 3 days after we had this conversation, I broke my finger, which is why I'm not playing, but instead I'm introducing our next piece. Remarkably, this next piece was composed in only 3 days after the composer, Steve Reistetter, received a request for a Hanukkah song in November to be performed in December. Reistetter created this piece with help from his experience playing clarinet in a Jewish music group. His time with the group allowed him to become familiar enough with Jewish music that he was able to compose his own Hanukkah music. The Eighth Candle is an exciting piece commemorating Hanukkah, the Festival of the Lights. This piece manages to seamlessly blend together the solemn and joyful aspects that are associated with the holiday. The song starts with a hymn-like section representing prayers that are held during each day of Hanukkah, before transitioning to a dance-like celebration that represents the joy and the merriness of the holiday. I hope you all enjoy the Eighth Candle.
I need a breath after that, sorry. Fantastic job by the Wind Ensemble. That was a major work for us. They've worked hard throughout the course of the semester and really brought it together tonight, so I'm really proud of their achievements. Our final piece for the Wind Ensemble's portion, we're jazzing it up again. We are going to perform for you, Go Tell It on the Mountain. As a music department, we have one final piece for you. We have established a tradition over the past many years, I can't remember how many now, of doing a combined piece with the orchestra, choir, and the bands. So we're going to invite the orchestral students and the choir and the concert band back to the stage area, and we are going to perform for you the Christmas song, made very popular, of course, by Mel Torme. While everybody is getting into their spots, I'd like to take a moment to echo some of the thoughts given by my colleagues. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for your continued support of your children and the arts here at South Fayette. That is extended, of course, to you, the families, our school board, our administration, and all the faculty and staff that support the arts here at South Fayette. I do have one other thank you. You may have seen we had a not high schooler up on the stage this evening playing tuba. It's my friend Christian Reed. I have the opportunity to play with him in the West Hill Symphonic Band and also the Allegheny Brass Band. So if you would join me, please, in giving Christian a round of applause for his efforts this evening. And just as soon as we're all in place, we will have the Christmas song for you. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Have safe travels home and have a wonderful holiday season. Good night.